episode 417 of the Dead Pixels of the Internet.
Yes.
The beginning of
Something.
Spoopytober. You know, that whole meme. This is yours, Joe.
And Lauren.
And that's that big meme too of like, oh, September 30th, October 1st, and then, you know, it's the spooky month.
Or you can do like drawings as well.
I think it's the whole pushing against like an entire month of December. They want an entire month of, well, I mean, entire month of Christmas. Mm-hmm. Now it's an entire month of Halloween. Yes. Which I'm like, I mean, I got the
Halloween
joke,
memes,
and I
spooky memes.
Got so sick of it, like a day in, because everyone's like, "Oh, skeleton, 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 funny skeleton joke, funny skeleton meme."
Well, only thing I have to say is I like the dropkick meme and the pin meme.
The pin meme? That's a meme?
No, here goes. So there's a wrestling meme on right now in front of Joseph on TV. So Golden Spin's dropkicking old Joseph Joestar, and Killer Queen is pinning the Zordo.
Yeah.
And the referee is
Kaiji.
Kaiji is counting down to 1, 2, 3,
yeah.
And he's in place, boy. He is really in place. It's a tag team galore.
It's a tag team galore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna run out of poses sooner or later for.
But I have to say, this is a good one.
This is a good one.
Because I have to say, is Killer Queen is looking like he got this match.
Yeah, because he's got the championship belt.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he look like he got this match won for sure. And it looks like the Zordo is like knockout. He's not gonna kick out after 2. And Saitama's looking on the sideways like, what?
He's gonna be part of the family now. Here you go.
No,
6 people.
He is the announcer, so he just need a little microphone.
What a slobber knocker! You ain't getting up from that.
I forgot, and Sanji's over here, just part of the crowd.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Sanji. You know, man, it's so weird to me. Like, I think they're going to have the one... we've talked about this a long time ago, too, the One Piece live action. Probably like around 2 years ago that they're going to do it. And I think it's going to go to Netflix. That's what the people say.
Of course it will be.
And then I'm just like, that would be cool, because that's where all the really bad live action adaptation of anime goes to. In general, too.
Yeah. Let's bring it to Netflix, yes.
I mean, it's... If they ever going to make the Death Note 2, I don't think so.
Who
I mean,
knows?
I think they are. They say they are, but Death Note 2 came out like 2 years ago and still haven't heard
Death Note 1?
Death Note 1. I don't know. Because there's like multiple interpretations of Death Note also. Yeah. There's the anime. There's the, what do you call it? The live action series. There's the other live action series.
Yeah.
Now there's the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so weird to me. I'm like, there's so many of them.
There is.
Death Note.
Also, now there's a big thing. You can have Alexa play Apple Music.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
So, hooray. Also, there's a new patch, by the way.
What, for the iOS?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I downloaded it.
And for the watch as well, too.
Oh, yeah? What's new with the watch now?
I don't know. I think there was a bug that if you had the Mickey Mouse one, it was not till time. Or it was just like every time you tap it, sometimes it will say it, sometimes it will not say it.
Okay.
But who knows, right?
Oh, that's cool. Anyways, yeah, by October, it's kind of, I get it. The people are like, oh, finally, a new holiday. And it's like, so much happening.
A nude holiday, huh?
Because like October, then we get November and December. That's like 3 months worth of holiday stuff happening one after another. Mm-hmm. And it just drains. It drains me. Also, I am taking part of Inktober. Yeah. Just in my own special way. Mm-hmm. Because forget putting effort in anything.
Effort, please. Less effort, you say.
I don't know when Inktober actually started, but I've noticed it for the past 3 years. You know, where it's like, here's the theme for today. And yesterday was Ring. Today was Mindless. Mm-hmm. And you got to do something around that. And you draw. And then you post it on wherever. Instagram, on Twitter, Facebook. Just to say like, hey, I'm drawing things. Yeah. I'm good at this. I'm like, I'm okay at drawing. I'll just do it on my phone. That's a challenge for me. Draw something on your phone, on your iPhone, and do it within less than like a couple minutes, and no effort.
Yeah.
And try to make it look at least convincing enough.
Yeah.
And then that's my challenge, baby.
Oh.
Just do that, and then you'll probably see me. Follow me at Joe Manuel. I'm very cool on the Twitter community. Not really, but you know. Anyways, October. That means we get new games.
Yes.
On the PlayStation and the Xbox.
So new games on PlayStation. MLB 19 The Show.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because when I found out this, I went to GameStop and traded it in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and
because it's a.
Oh yeah.
It got $13. It's like, oh yeah, baby.
That is true. What are you gonna put that $13 towards?
I got Madden 19.
Oh my god! I thought you were. I don't know. That's what I.
Well, I only paid $23 for Madden because I got used.
Oh, that's used. That's used copy.
I got a used copy because it was like 49 plus I trade like Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein 1, and WWE 19.
Okay.
So I'm paying like $23 for Madden, which I think a $23 game would be great for a football game. Also, I've been craving a football game. Like I said, I get into these moods that be like, I want to play a football game.
That's for a PlayStation you put it on?
Huh?
You put it on for the PlayStation or for the Xbox?
For the Xbox, not PlayStation.
I don't know. Usually you go switch it off. You're like, I'll play UFC on the on whatever, you know.
Yeah, but
I know you can't officially play any good baseball games on the Xbox, other than the show. Well, the show's only
the show's only on PlayStation.
Yeah. So yeah, they got MLB The Show 2019,
and also The Last of Us, which
remaster.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I liked that one a lot. That was like a really good game. I just don't remember it being that long when I replayed it, because I was like, oh yeah, here we go. Then I played it, and I'm like, oh, when does this end again? Because I was like, damn, this is taking a long ass time. But I still liked it a lot. But you know, it's a thing you probably would play like a couple times, like every couple years, so you can relive that experience. Because once you do it, you know everything. And you also get the second part of it, Left Behind, Last of Us, which is like an Ellie backstory, and then you play as Ellie and like all that stuff out there. So yeah, you get that on the PlayStation Plus, and I like how it's in theme of at least spookiness.
Spookiness, huh?
With the clickers and all that stuff. I refinished Uncharted 2 again for some reason.
Yeah.
That was okay. I mean, I still really like that game, but man, everything after the train part, like at least in the middle part of the game, I remember like, oh, I don't remember this being that long either. I remember after the train part, I think I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm like, no, there's still a lot more after this. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not good to revisit some games right here.
Some stuff you'd be like, no.
But still, that intro, though, that still is like one of the best intros. Even though they replayed the same intro later on after the train scene.
Like over and over again.
And I'm like, why is this like this? Okay, sure. And they kind of stick with the same formula of like, oh, look, Nathan Drake's going to jump off something, get on a ledge, and it's going to break, and he's going to grab onto something. So they do that multiple times. So now I only got part 3 to replay.
Yay.
Which is, okay, I don't know. I think
it's
I like
not
that one.
the same.
I think I like that one. I'm pretty
sure. Is
that
the bar one?
The bar one.
When they fight in the bar?
In the beginning, yes, they did. That was the desert one. That's all I know.
Oh, yeah.
Part 1 is jungle. Part 2 is the snow. Part 3 is jungle. Part 4, I don't know. Grappling hook. Yeah. That was part 4. But Naughty Dog does a lot of good games. So far, their track record is pretty good. Because speaking of that, we'll get to that later. But also, we're getting games for Xbox with gold.
Yeah, tell me what games we're getting.
Well, we're getting right now is Tembo the Badass Elephant.
Who?
Exactly. It's just some weird indie game. I remember playing. I was like, this is okay. It's just like a regular old school platform kind of mascot type of game, you know, like Sonic or Rocket Knight. I don't know how else to describe it. Like it's an animal platformer. It's fun for that time, but that's the first half. Second half of the Xbox One is Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah,
with Jason. or whoever.
Yeah, it's many forms of Jason.
Yeah, many forms of Jason. That or Jason X, the space one.
No, I don't think Jason X not in that game.
It'd be funny if he was.
No, have you played Friday the 13th?
No, I haven't. This is gonna be the first time I ever played Friday the 13th.
Okay, I played on the PlayStation one.
Yeah,
have to say that's the most buggiest, funniest, cheapest game of all time.
Oh man,
and glitchiest too.
Really? How bad the glitch?
Okay, so like for example, like certain different Jasons can teleport.
Okay.
So can teleport where you at. So sometimes if you like, also if you playing like as a normal character with no buffs, no buffs on your character, you can instantly get killed.
That's the way the game is.
Like, wait, what? And be like, okay, and like depending on certain Jasons, Jason could just one shot you, like kill you and everything else. And sometimes you like, oh, let me toss these firecrackers down. Oh, it's stunned Jason, and be like, okay, good, I can run away. But the fear of seeing Jason make you trip and stumble, and then seeing Jason can grab you and kill you. And be like, what the fuck? I remember playing that like earlier this year. Just fucking goofing around with my friend Marcus, and it was a group of partying, and we just making fun of these like kids, like fuck you kid, and,
wow,
and them cursing, doing stuff, and then like I minded that. So I said this is why I don't like to play online, hearing people.
Yeah,
and it's just one of the few games that you're like, okay, you need to have like
a group
to people to play with.
Yeah, but I don't have a group. That's
exactly. So playing this game by yourself, you would hate people even more.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, I won't recommend it if you don't have like a group of people to play with, because it's fun to shit and poke fun at the game. But if you like by yourself trying to solo it, you just like, okay, there's no communication. It's just like playing. It's like playing like Call of Duty. If you have a group of people playing Call of Duty, they're like, okay, cool, we can like all do this.
Yeah.
But if it's like one or two, like if you got like 2 or 3 people, it's cool. If it's just 2 people, it could be alright, because it'd be like, okay, you have to do it in a party. If you don't do it in a party, then there's no way you can communicate. Be like, yo, I'm here, because if you playing like on like Xbox or PlayStation, if you talking, Jason can hear you.
Wow. That's pretty much.
It'd be like, hey, what's going on? And just like Jason can hear like a speaker bubble, or like.
Oh, have you ever played Jason? Or
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I knocked people's heads off. I gave people the shot. I gave people it was Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason 6.
Huh? I think so. Yes.
Yeah,
I think it was 7, right?
7 or 6.
7. Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, Jason Takes Manhattan. So I didn't have that Jason, but one of the moves, Jason can knock people's head off, and that's what I was doing, like uppercutting people's head off.
Oh, okay. That's
like,
funny.
Mortal Kombat, bitch. Mortal Kombat. And chokeslamming people, breaking their spine.
Oh, I see. That's pretty funny.
Certain characters are slow. Mm-hmm. Certain characters are super fast.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so if you got a slow character, then you fuck. And if you got a fast character, it's like the best thing. And also, like, the quick time events sucks ass if you don't have the right buffs with your quick time events.
Okay.
So yeah, like I say, it's a fun, dumb game.
Friday the 13th, Jason hates teens having sex. So he just kills them.
No, it's just more like, oh, you guys camping? Time to kill you guys.
No, but wasn't that like one of the big tropes of like...
Yeah, pretty much.
Such the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
There was just
you guys had sex and you watched my son drown, so I'll go kill you all.
That's such a funny big far cry from what the first Friday the 13th was. Like, it was the mom, then later on it's Jason himself, which he became more and more human than human.
Yeah, then turned into a little kid.
Yeah. And then what was the last one? Friday 13th with Michael Bay, which was not good. And then we never see Jason ever again. Only like in a couple times. Speaking of which, speaking of him being in Mortal Kombat, there's new Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat is gonna have
the Terminator, which not voiced by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but it has his likeness. That's kind of funny. What I like about what they did with this is he's got the actual endoskeleton.
Yeah, buddy.
So he was facing against Jax,
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty funny to me. Like, wow, okay, because they're both almost like robots.
Mm-hmm. Well, not really.
I know Jax is not a robot, but he's got robot arms.
Mm-hmm.
He's almost there.
No, he's not. Now, according to the story, no, he's not.
So I don't know when that's supposed to come out. So.
October. If you got the DLC, it comes out October the 8th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
if it comes out, I think like a week afterwards. If you don't have the season pass.
I like how they chose old Arnold though. They didn't choose young.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a cosmetic that you could get the young Arnold,
or the one where you're like half your face is ripped off, and you.
It could, like I said, different. As an NRS or
NetherRealm series.
Not gonna say NetherSoft. NetherRealm Games. NRS, pretty much usually good with cosmetic stuff. Also, they gave Harley Cage, or Quinn Cage.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, so pretty much as a tie-in, because the trailer for Birds of Prey came out this week. So I think yesterday.
Came out yesterday.
Yeah, it came out yesterday, which I'm like, this just
saw
don't look good.
I saw it. I was like, oh, so they're not even gonna. They're gonna forget whatever happened in Suicide Squad.
No, they just completely was just like, okay,
but they
this
still
takes place
have the
after
same Harley Quinn. That's the thing.
No, it's just like it takes place after Suicide Squad, but they made
Harley.
What's the actress name?
Ooh, Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie would sound just like the cartoon version.
Yeah.
Of a Harley Quinn, which it kind of irks me because in the it's like, where this accent came from? Because in the first Suicide Squad there was no accent.
No, there wasn't.
Now she got the accent oh, Mr. J and all this stuff so Brooklyn, so New Yorker accent. I'm just like, the fuck this shit. I'm like, I can understand in the beginning if she had this accent in the beginning of Suicide Squad, but she never did.
Uh-huh.
She talked like a normal person.
Yeah.
She talked like Margot Robbie. Now she's forcefully talking oh, I'm Harley Quinn. You need to add the accent. You got more dialogue to speak with. And they have Rosie Perez. Why Rosie Perez in this?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those all-star.
It's just
female cast.
Yeah, yes. And I'm so confused. Okay. Not sure how I feel about this.
I know Ali Wong's in there, and I like Ali Wong.
But in this movie, though,
she's got to get some exposure somehow. That's all I gotta say.
But in this movie, though,
that's still a pretty big get right there to be in a big superhero DC movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like I said, that's pretty good. But yeah, I saw the trailer. I was like, this looks alright. They had a lot of cool, at least
cinematics.
Yeah, the way the action scenes look.
Mm-hmm.
It's
stop touching my knee.
Stop! I didn't start. No.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that and I was like, well, this could work, but I know they're probably gonna release this in trailer along with the Joker or just Joker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it comes out Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Or Friday.
Yeah.
If you want to be cool.
No, it said Thursday on my phone.
8 tickets for the Joker, please. There's now a big joke with Joker going around that there's a lot of those incels are gonna start watching that movie and start to identify with the Joker. I don't know if anyone's know about the meme of "we live in a society." Jeez.
Go ahead, explain, sir.
It's mostly a joke as to make fun of the incel crowd. Of we live in a society where people praise the Chads over the I don't know what the terminology is.
What is the Chad?
A Chad is one of those nice looking guys.
Mm-hmm.
How women choose them over nice guys like them.
Okay.
And they chose the Joker as the the symbol for that. So now there's a lot of jokes of we want Joker to say we live in a society inside the movie, which that'd be really funny if he actually says that. But I highly doubt he's gonna say that movie. And now the military or whatever is banning anyone that's gonna go to that screening dressed as a Joker, which I'm like, yeah, don't go to the movie dressed as a Joker. It's gonna look really, really bad. Because it's not representative of what he should be. He's not supposed to be a looked up character.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to praise him oh, he's such a you know, relatable guy, and it's like, no, he's a villain.
Yeah, he's a villain.
Yeah, you can spin it your way where it's like, yeah, he's the underdog. You know, he's trying to correct society to his own way and all this. I'm like, no,
he's a villain.
The same way people are like, I want me a Harley Quinn Joker relationship. Like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
Weirdo.
No, you don't. Because know why? Because that's the abusive relationship.
And then people are like, oh, I want my Joker to my Harley Quinn. She was my queen. I'm like,
no.
No.
Nah, bro.
You guys are not looking at this right. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, Joker movie. I know I'm going to see it. So I can see... I have to see, like, what the hell's going to go on in this movie. Because I like Joaquin... If anything, I like Joaquin Phoenix. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they chose him for this, I'm like, wow. They actually chose an actual actor for this one. But yeah, Birds of Prey. I don't know when that's supposed to come out actually.
2020, February.
February 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways, next thing on the list is that it was a state of play for
Sony.
Mm-hmm. And this was supposed to be their big thing, where the way that Nintendo has the Treehouse.
Well, no,
Nintendo Direct.
Yes, the Nintendo Direct. Treehouse is more inside the thing. Why you mention Treehouse for?
Because I think it sounds funny.
Okay.
So they have the state of play, which is they featured some stuff. It was like, oh, we weren't at E3, but here's things.
Well, they did E3 thing.
What do you mean?
In E3.
Oh, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
They
did a video.
This year?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
No, I think they
did.
No, I'm pretty sure
they did.
Like, what was it though?
Ghost of Tsushima, all that stuff.
Yeah, that was last year, not this year.
No, they did a feature on doing E3.
No, they weren't there at all.
They was not there at all, but they did a state of play.
They didn't do anything for what I remember. I was like, there was nothing because we're gonna be working on the PlayStation 5, and so they didn't do anything. So I'm pretty sure, like, I know they didn't do anything like that. This is their, response to that. Where it's like, oh yeah, we're doing state of play. So here's some things. Here's a game called Humanity, and then you control a crowd or something like that. I was like, okay, well, I guess that's cool. That's when they were showing off, like, oh yeah, now our new games for PlayStation Plus is gonna be MLB 19, and it's gonna be The Last of Us. So I was like, oh, so this isn't even good. They mentioned a lot of stuff where...
Yeah, they did a state of play during E3.
Where?
Like, pretty much, like, just a week before E3.
Well, that's not E3 then.
It's like during the week of E3, so they did. Well, I look at the article right now.
Aren't they doing it? I feel, wasn't it something like, oh yeah, this is how you protect your account? That's what I remember that state of play being. Because there was no news of Ghost of Tsushima.
Not Ghost of Tsushima, but they mentioned like all of like some other games, like near future. So, oh, there will be stuff, but in the near future. It was a short state of play. It was not like go into details with a whole lot of stuff.
Well, they should have been on. Well, I don't know about should have, but they really were like, oh man, everyone else got to pick up the slack. That's why Xbox had their one with Keanu Reeves. Yeah, Keanu Reeves. Remember that whole meme right there? And they also showed the Medieval demo, which is out right now. And then I don't know why. I think when I played the Medieval back in the day of PlayStation 1, I remember not liking it because it felt clunky and weird. And
now you want to play it?
No. And I was like, people like this one? I was like, I guess. I mean, I like the idea of it. It's a skeleton and you're fighting in the old school medieval times. It looks nice, that's all it is. But then again, if they updated the gameplay and all that stuff, then it probably would be a lot better. They also showed the Call of Duty Modern Warfare single player campaign, the story, which I think it may be a new thing. It's not. I mean, it's just not copying the original Modern Warfare back in 2008. So, is that good? Because then why is it called Modern Warfare? That's what I think is like. Remake. I don't think. I mean, maybe it's a reimagining.
It's a reimagining, yes.
I don't, because if it was a remake, they'd have the same story of like.
No, it's a reimagining, so it just made it like up to this year's standards.
Yeah, so, because when I'm at work, two people actually asked me like, "Hey, you gonna get the new Call of Duty?" I'm like, "No, I haven't gotten a Call of Duty game since Black Ops. Well, after Modern Warfare 3. I didn't even buy Black Ops 3, well 2 at that point, because I was just like, I'm done with that game. But people are actually like, oh man, this is good, because a certain friend of mine who I used to work with, keeps talking about Call of Duty because he likes playing zombies and stuff. And it's funny, like Black Ops 4 was only multiplayer, so now they're bringing back the single player. And when is Modern Warfare 2 remastered or something gonna come out? I don't even know. Whenever it does.
No, they maybe not. Probably next year or so.
Along with whatever the next thing is.
Well, this is a whole new Call of Duty game, so it's like.
And
cool.
What they're doing right now is they're having a survival mode exclusive on the PlayStation for a year before Xbox or anyone else has it. And that to me is kind of funny, only because I thought they were. I knew Call of Duty was more, PlayStation centered. At least for now it was, because back then it was Xbox centered. Xbox had the big reveals of like, oh, here's Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare. But I don't know when it happened, when the transition happened to be like, yeah, we'll be on PlayStation more.
Well, I think because PlayStation bought the rights and everything else.
I believe so.
They bought like some exclusivity for it.
Because like they were
I think like years ago.
Yeah, because they were like, you can buy the expansion pack first on PlayStation, or you can play on PlayStation 5 days earlier than everyone else. I'm like, damn, listen.
I think PlayStation bought exclusivity for that and Destiny during the time.
That's a weird thing to buy exclusivity from.
Because that's when you saw like a bunch of stuff like, oh, well, because they thought Destiny was going to be a big game.
Yeah.
Kind of drop. And Call of Duty, they bought Call of Duty. It's like, oh yeah, because it was on Xbox first. And then I guess as soon the time when the Call of Duty franchise started not doing so hot, that's when I think it happened right after Ghost.
I'm pretty sure it was after Ghost.
It's right after Ghost, then PlayStation grabbed the exclusivity for it.
Yeah, because I remember always at the end of every Xbox E3, there it is, Call of Duty, and they show the big old thing of like, here's buildings falling down, and you have the cool guns and all that stuff. And they just regressed. It's kind of funny to me too. Also, like it went from Ghost, Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, then I think they went back to World War II. Because they were like, yeah, we'll do World War II again. Then it was Black Ops. It was like, we're going more and more into the future. Then they went back. And then, I don't know what Black Ops is. It's kind of like a weird in-between. It's like...
Time travel future.
Future and all that stuff. And now it's Modern Warfare, which is supposed to be set in the regular day.
Yeah, it's regular day.
So it's like, oh, man. Every single time they keep doing this. So, yeah. That's that Call of Duty. If you still play... I honestly don't know who's playing. At least in my circle of friends, everyone's at least.
Well, there's also Call of Duty Mobile's out now.
Ooh, that sounds like it's a fun experience.
So they also I guess it auto aims too, so you could not auto fire, so you can aim the reticle and it shoots for you.
Oh man, that's how it is. Huh?
Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Are you gonna join Apple, the video game thing?
Yeah, Apple games like
I think it's called Apple Players.
No, Apple Arcade.
Apple Arcade.
It's not too bad actually. How like the games I saw for it.
And I was like, man, they want you to subscribe to everything.
Yeah, Apple became more a subscription service, so it's just like this is not the thing about Apple Arcade is like it's all games that do not have like pretty much say it's like you buying the game, no like, hey, no free game, no like microtransactions. It's just purely like games and games. They had Exit the Gungeon on there too, that's pretty good. Which looks pretty cool. There's a bunch of different games on there, which you can do a free trial for it for 30 days if you see you like it, whatnot.
Because I think it's only $1 a month or something.
No, it's like $6.
Oh,
well, you get $1 a month from.
I honestly don't know.
Like $1 a month? No, it's
Dollar Shave Club sponsored by. No, we're not.
The only thing is like $1 a month is Xbox right now. The Xbox Arcade, not Xbox Arcade. On Game Pass is
maybe that's the ultimate that I was thinking of.
Yeah,
because you can get 3 months of Spotify.
No, it's 6.
6 months of Spotify.
Yeah, that's like. if you want to sign up, which is like, it's a good deal.
If you're into that, because then you get the PC games, which I'm not into the PC games.
Yeah, I'm not into PC games because I don't have a PC.
You got a laptop.
Not high enough.
So yeah, and also then after that, they did is The Last of Us 2 reveal. So it's a story trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, "Oh, here you can play. This is what the story looks like, and also, it's coming out February of next year." So,
yep, a bunch of games come out February. February is a new summer.
The new summer.
New summer game release. It is.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's. Oh yeah, also Death Stranding.
Which is still. What is that game?
No, the weird thing is, like, okay, they say like, oh yeah, it's PlayStation exclusive. Then why does it not have that only on PlayStation label
because
on top?
It's not.
That's what I think. I was like, I don't think it's gonna be exclusively. Maybe exclusive for that year, and then we're gonna get it just like No Man's Sky was, because that was supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive right there.
Yep.
And then Xbox had it like almost a year later with all the updates and all that stuff. So, but Kojima keeps saying like, oh yeah, it's exclusive. I'm like, you're mixing your words here. You want to say exclusive probably for like that couple months, but will I get that game? I don't know. If enough hype goes around it and people actually say it's really good, which if you can release a full Kojima game and actually say it's good, I don't know. We can't really trust his ways anymore. And it sucks too because people were supposed to be like, oh yeah, Silent Hills. He was supposed to be doing that with Guillermo del Toro, and no, that didn't happen. Thanks, Namco.
Yeah.
And then now we don't have a Silent Hill game around. And should we have another Silent game?
A Silent Hill game? No.
No. I think Resident Evil just kind of took its place now, at least in terms of like, spooky games, spooky AAA games.
Yeah.
You prefer Silent Hill or you prefer Resident Evil? I don't know.
I prefer Resident Evil. Silent Hill is interesting.
I remember I couldn't play part 2. I think it was the one where you were walking around in the fog. Was that part?
It was both games. All Silent Hill's
part
games
2 when you're
involves walking from
James Sunderland. I think that was part 2, right?
No,
James Sunderland was part 1. So I thought it was a lady in part 1.
No.
I guess not.
Part 1, part 2 you play is Henry's part 1. Part 2 is James. Part 3 was Heather.
Oh, okay.
Part 4 was a trucker. Part 5 is a guy. You want to play as a lady in part only in 3.
Oh, I see.
All the rest is
Silent
just
Hill, The Room.
The guy. Silent Hill, The Room was part 4.
And then there was Homecoming.
That was part 5.
Yeah.
And then there was the other one. He was a prisoner. He escaped.
Man, Silent Hill is not. So I mean, did I borrow that from you? I kind of remember. I think I borrowed the HD collection.
You never borrowed no HD collection.
Did you have the HD collection?
No.
Who had the HD collection? I don't think anyone did.
No one did. only good. The first 3 Silent Hill games was good.
Oh, is this like a Devil May Cry syndrome, where it's like some games are?
As I remember, Silent Hill 1 is the easiest game to play because once you recognize that it's like the AI patterns is good. Silent Hill 2 is the most kind of like a pain in the ass game to play because like Pyramid Head, it's like the can be just random sometimes. The AI can be just random. Part 3 is like random AI, and all the rest of the games didn't really cohesion with all the rest because it just became more actiony.
Because you never fought Pyramid Head, or I think you
what
did in part 2? Was he in part 2?
Yeah,
but you never fought him, right? That's what I'm saying. Like
you kind of do, but kind of not because it's just like
he was more of a background character.
You can
because he was kind of funny. Because like, oh, what the hell is he doing with those legs? And then
Pyramid Head was you.
Oh, was it now?
Yeah.
I know that game's supposed to be really psychological.
Yeah, like part 2 was more psychological than part 1.
Yeah.
Because part 1 is about like, oh, you missing your daughter, and now you into your town, but you realize the town is pretty much kind of fall under corruption with like, oh, it's Ash. Actually, the town caught on fire, and you into these 2 different dimensions and all the other stuff. Part 2 is more like, hey, your wife died. But then you found someone kind of look like your wife, and now you into the town Silent Hill, and everybody a little bit crazy. But you realize that everybody see things a little bit different. So as you see as a creature, they see as a regular person.
Mm.
So it's just like it's kind of fuck with you, and then you realize like depending on what type of ending it is, you realize like okay, and it changes how like your boss, how you fight the end and the boss. Like part two. Like for example, like the ending could change within the chance that you're about to face the final boss. You try to remember how you remember your wife. You actually the one who killed your own wife, because she was like blaming you for all this other bullshit and like cursing you out, and you decide to suffocate her. It becomes really dark and twisted. Like, damn, what the fuck, James Sutherland? And like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? And then like Pyramid Head was
that's like one of those big twists in all those movies you always see. Like, you were the one that killed her.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, it was one of those what a twist.
Yeah.
It was like more psychological damage. Like, okay, what the fuck? And you realize Pyramid Head was pretty much kind of like you trying to atone for your sins. But it's like creating like all this disillusion. And 3 was pretty much just a form of part 1.
Yeah. Okay.
And the room. Silent Hill 4 is kind of reference to Silent Hill 2.
Because I know like they went really far ahead in what the movie was supposed to be about.
Oh, the movie the movie kind of butchered that.
That's what I thought too. I was like, was there like what 3 Silent Hill movies or whatever?
2.
There were 2?
Mm-hmm.
I thought there were a lot more than that.
No, there's only 2.
Silent Hill Revelations?
Yeah, that's 1 and 2.
Oh. Let's see what you got here. Silent Hill, it came out 2006.
Yeah, it's the first Silent Hill.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the sequel then?
Silent Hill something.
Revelations?
I think it is Revelations, yes.
And that was 2012?
Yep.
Damn. And then that's it. They never made another one.
Yeah, because those 2 movies are so fucking bad.
Well, there you go. Then you can never make a good video game movie and all that stuff right there. That's yeah. Oh, also LA Noire VR,
which it looks very not so good.
I thought they were like, oh, they're still pushing VR, because isn't the PlayStation 5 gonna come out soon? At least I think so. So that's why it's like they're still pushing VR on that stuff. I mean, VR is still. I mean, that's the most affordable VR on there. We got in the marketplace, but LA Noire VR does not look good.
No,
it looks weird. You're just like, oh, I want to actually stare at him now while he does weird faces. You know, like, oh, I didn't do that. Ooh. I'm gonna look around, be suspicious about everything.
Yeah.
Especially that it looks weird because you're doing gunplay too.
Yeah.
And I remember that thing. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. LA Noire is more than just investigating. I remember there were some kind of weird, like, you know, gunfights in there, but I was like, I don't know. Was that a good game? As I remembered, it had really good
facial recognition,
facial animations and all that stuff. But you know, sometimes there was a reason that game did not do so good. That sucks too, because that's when that studio shut down. I was like, oh, I thought that game did really well. Apparently not.
No.
Yeah. Anyways, last thing, which is actually some good news. Well, before that, we should do the Chicago Minute, because
it's cold.
It's cold. Well, we didn't get invited to Ace Comic Con, and you know that kind of sucks, because that's one of the newer.
Maybe we did not.
Huh?
You said we did.
No, we did not.
Yeah, you just say we did get invited.
We did not get invited to Ace Comic Con, which is one of the newer cons happening in Chicago, or at least the Chicago area. It's got some people in there, like you got Chris Evans, Brie Larson. Also, there's a lot of Marvel people going over there, and I was like, man, they had that kind of pull to get those people on there. So we'll see how it happens, because as far as I know, this is like the second year this has been out. Because the last time happened, it was in Navy Pier. And I don't want to go to Navy Pier for that. And then seeing like all the, the Snapchat videos and all that, like it looked okay. I was like, it looks alright. There's some people over there. but I don't want to go all the way downtown for that.
Mm-hmm.
The same way I don't want to go to like the McCormick place, because it's such an out of the way of getting there. You have to take the red line. You have to get on a bus and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe next year, because we didn't go to C2E2 for the first couple times, but they recognized us. So maybe we'll see what it is to have to go to an October themed con, because that's going to be in the Donnelly Stevens, and I'm glad that it's going to be there because that's a little bit easier to get to. Anyways, the good news is we got Spider-Man.
He's back, baby.
He's back, going into the MCU.
In movie dated 2021.
2021.
Surprise! I knew that was going to happen.
That's what I thought too. I was like, they kept it kind of very, very sad. It's like,
why you keep touching my knee?
My hand is too close to. Alright, fine. I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna sit back.
Yes.
I do a lot of hand movements, and you have a really big knee, so that's how it happens. I was very happy to hear that he's coming back, because if you don't know what happened at the end of Far From Home,
it leaves you on a cliffhanger.
It leaves you on a cliffhanger, and you're just like, damn, that's gonna be cool. And then almost a couple months after that, where they said like, officially over,
Mm-hmm.
no more Sony MCU movies. I'm like, damn, what, really? And people were mad. They were just like, really? It's all because of money and all that stuff. Now, Disney wants to take more and all that, and they want to fund it, and Sony wants to be, the sole ones to make it and all that stuff. I was like, oh my god, that's messed up. And then now they reached an agreement where he will still stay in the the MCU, and a third movie comes out. And the funny thing is too, someone mentioned it, which is like, we're gonna have a trilogy of Spider-Man between two Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and 3, which is kind of funny. So after Volume 2 came out, Homecoming came out, and then Far From Home. Mm-hmm. And there's still no word of what's happening with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Because it's not even in development.
I know it's not in development, so that's kind of funny to think right there. Because James Gunn's still doing that one.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me. I'm like, oh, he's gonna do Suicide Squad. Well, at least the new Suicide Squad. And he's gonna do Guardians. Like, man, he just loves making weird team ups, huh? Because and even the weirder, funnier thing is like Taika like Suicide Squad as who, I don't know. I hope they make better, choices for casting and who they're gonna have.
Well, they got the name.
They got the name, yeah.
No, they got they go do.
Because it can't be Captain Boomerang. He's so lame.
He's not. He's cool. Yes.
Flash, he's like, I guess, kind of cool.
Don't diss Captain Boomerang because of the bullshit that the movie put up with.
What about Deadshot? Will they have finally a good Dead?
No, probably not.
Well, who else is inside the Suicide Squad? There's Killer Croc, which I don't think they should bring back.
Captain Boomerang was kind of like their not pseudo, but like third in command. Harley Quinn was pretty much one of the people
of Suicide Squad.
A Suicide Squad.
Katana.
Katana was not part of Suicide Squad. No.
Okay.
Katana's character look was pretty bad anyway. They kind of just throw her in there.
Rick Flag.
Not even part of, I guess, but not really.
The Enchantress.
No.
Not the Enchantress. I don't know her name.
Yeah, it was the Enchantress.
Was
yeah.
it?
Yep.
Okay. That's the thing. Like, I don't know who else is in the Suicide Squad from.
DC thing is all playing catch up now, so they're not sure how all the earlier movies fucked their second movies over.
Yeah.
Because
we saw that basically with Aquaman. After Aquaman, they're like, we're just gonna do whatever happened before. It's just whatever. It's something else.
It's just like, okay, all this whatever, we figured it out. Be like, okay, don't forget, there's still Wonder Man 1980.
Wonder Man.
I mean Wonder Woman 1980.
Wonder Man.
Be like, okay, so what that supposed to take place as? Like, you going back into time, which is like...
Well, yeah, because, like, apparently, Chris Pine is still alive because he's, like, a picture of him. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you're supposed to be dead, my boy.
And now he's alive for somebody.
I'm pretty sure it's not him.
No.
It's probably, like, I don't know what kind of character they have that shapeshifts or whatever.
Like I said,
Plastic Man.
Plastic Man is Marvel.
No? Then who's the Yeah.
No, you asking me about DC people. I don't follow DC, my friend. Look it up then.
Okay, fine. Plastic. He's made of rubber.
He probably is from DC.
Plastic Man, DC. Yep, that's what I thought. I'm like, yeah, it's the guy with the
glasses.
Those glasses. The one he eats the powder that makes you say yes.
What?
That's that meme. There's like a really old still from a comic where it just says powder that makes you say yes, and he's eating it and he just says yes, which I'm like, oh, Zoomer humor. What, you want me to search it up now?
Yeah, because I don't believe you.
Powder that makes you say yes. There it is. Powder that stops bleeding. There it is. See? Yeah, well, whatever. you get the thing. There. Powder that makes you say yes. Will he do that in the new Harley Quinn movie? I hope so.
There's something says nope.
Oh, that's from... Remember that old classic meme from Team Fortress 2?
No.
Of the engineer just says nope.
And Salt says what?
Salt says... Is that looks like a JoJo. Hey, there it is. This is the taste of powder that makes you say yes. That's a good one right there. They also revealed that Joel is still alive in Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, why did they do that?
Because they can.
That was such a bad move on their part, because I was like, oh, he's at least older now. That means maybe Joel's dead. I think, Because if you want to know if you remember what happened in the end of Last of Us Part 1, it was also a pretty big cliffhanger, which like, oh man, how are you gonna feel about this happening?
What's his face still alive? Should we save Ellie or disappear with Ellie?
Well, could we spoil it?
Well, this game came out 10 years.
A 10-year-old game.
Well, it's a.
It is a very ambiguous kind of
It's a choice that pretty much you feel like.
I don't think they gave you a choice.
It did.
What
to say Ellie or not?
No,
or to let Ellie go do this? It could
no, at the end they never gave you a choice. You have to kill the people that are gonna operate in Ellie, and you just never tell her what happens, and that makes you feel weird inside. Like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. I know that's how a good ending should have been. I'm like, oh man, I don't. You're not supposed to trust Joel after all that stuff right there, and so
now you do.
Now he's back. I mean, like, did he tell her what happened, or
probably so.
She found out? It kind of sucks because now we have to play that game to find out. Oh, and it's about Spider-Man coming back. I'm glad that he's there because Tom Holland himself was like, he put up a Instagram video of like, I'm not fucking going anywhere from The Wolf of Wall Street. And I'm like, see, he knows, and everyone's happy now because now we can finally see the conclusion to whatever happens in Far From Home, because that was such a big thing. Because the thing is, I also watched that last night again, and I'd say it's still a good movie. The comedy is kind of not always good. The thing is, but they're not supposed to be, but that's the thing that separates Marvel movies from others. Like, the comedies, like, it makes it pretty well. They have some weird, like, okay, that was a weird line just to have out of nowhere for this movie, but the thing is, again, I still really like Spider-Man, and it's a good Spider-Man villain of Mysterio. And I'm just like, yeah, we finally get to see the fishbowl Mysterio inside the movies.
Fishbowl.
But I don't know who's gonna be in the third movie now. That's the thing. Like, who's gonna be the villain for the third movie? Craven. People want Craven. Who knows? They said there's a whole spin-off of like Spider-Man movies. They're gonna have the Craven movie. They're gonna have the White Cat movie.
Black Cat.
What
do you say White Cat for?
I think there's a White Sable. No, what the hell is this one then? Yeah, they're gonna have a Black Cat movie. I don't know who else can we face. He's got the Goblin. He's got if he actually faces the Kingpin, that'd be really cool. But we're not gonna. If they're gonna use a different version of Kingpin, like not the one we had inside the Daredevil one, I would really like enjoy that. Or if they finally have a crossover, because we don't know what happened to the Netflix series, because people really like that one, and it's kind of sad that you don't know what's gonna happen. Anyways, that's it then. We'll see you all next week. You will see us I don't know. You'll see us somewhere if you want to go to. Will we go to Ace Comic Con? Probably not. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not out of spite. It's just, October, and it's just gonna be really busy for us all the time. So go to our Facebook, facebook.com/thedeadpixels of the internet.
Yeah.
It's a good page to like.
Mm-hmm.
You get all the news. You get funny drawings from me.
Yep.
And I only use MS Paint. Well, it's not called MS Paint. It's called like 3D Paint. And then that's where I use it. Yeah, like the page. We haven't gotten you like in some time, but you can get your friends to like the page.
Yep.
Because we're getting a lot more people listening to us. At least I think so.
Yes,
I see the play count. I'm like, wow, that's actually a lot more than it was before. I'm really happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're listening and if you want to spread the word of the Dead Pixels of the internet, do so.
Yes.
Let your friends know about us. We're very appreciative of all the new listens, and leave a review on iTunes because that would be cool, or the podcast app itself. It's kind of the same thing. Go to you can tell them to go to our regular site, thedeadpixelsoftheinternet.podbean.com.
Yeah.
Where I updated it now because I noticed whenever I do the descriptions, I put now in there the site itself. So if you're looking on the podcast app, you can click on it. It'll go to our site, our YouTube channel, our Spotify, and our Twitters. Which is weird because if you're on the site itself and you see that, like, it just links back to itself, which is kind of funny. I'm just like, oh, go to our site, but you're already on the site, just in case you're not, if you're on the podcast app. Just tell your friends about that. Go to our Spotify, go to our YouTube Dead Pixels Internet. You can subscribe there, and we'll have your episodes in video form now. Even though it's just a static image online, but that's okay. That's how basically most podcasts on YouTube do anyways. And you can go to my Twitter at Joe Manuel.
Yeah, mine's at Brook Instagram.
You can follow us for funny memes and retweets.
Oh yeah. Because
I usually just put like the weekly of like, oh, new episode's out, and then play the hashtag. I think that's how it is. Ever since I started doing that, we got a lot more people to
the hashtag
going through that, which is, I feel like you gotta play the game, man. Gotta play the Twitter game.
Gotta play the game.
And that's how you play it. It's all about the game and how you fake it. Let's see. Go to all that, Spotify and all that. Go to your...
Yeah, mine's a Brook Instagram.
No, your YouTube
channel is pretty much a Skill Trail Chicago. Yeah, baby.
No spooky games this month.
Nope.
But
if it was, it would be out yesterday.
The old school days of playing all the like playing the Redux version of Symphony of the Night, and then
Resident Evil the year before.
Ooh. Anyways, this has been the Dead Pixels of the Internet, ruining the picture since 2011.